If you'd like to see what I ate in a week for all 0-point foods and my weekly weigh-in, be sure to watch this video. Hi, my name is Patty. Thanks for clicking on my channel, Winning at Weight Loss. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In this video, I'm doing a week of 0-point foods. Every day I did 0 points for every meal, and I'm going to show you the results at the end of what happened when I ate 0-point foods for a week. It was an interesting challenge that I undertook. I am on the Weight Watcher Blue plan, and I've lost over 120 pounds right now, and I am just doing this as a challenge for myself and a challenge to see what I could make, for what kind of recipes I could do, and if I could even get through a week of 0-point foods. But I did it, and I'm sharing it today with you on this video. I'm going to preface this by saying that my food I ate on this week of 0-point foods were 0 points for the Blue Weight Watcher or WW Blue plan. That's the plan I've been on, so that's the way how I measure my food points. I kind of like to eat different foods all the time. I don't like to eat the same foods every single meal. So for example, I would never food prep for 7 days and have the same meal every single day, or lunches or dinners. I like a variety. It makes me more motivated to stay on plan. I made some food and I changed how I serve them, or so a couple of meals you will see cross foods that I made for one meal and then I used them again in another meal. It's just, I found it was difficult to really find 0-point foods that I like to eat a certain way, and I didn't want to eat the same thing every day, or so that's the kind of how I did it. So I just wanted to let you know that. So we're going to get started on this week of 0-point foods. I hope you enjoy this video. Every morning I did have coffee with my breakfast. I didn't actually film that. I did have a stock coffee. I used a 1/4 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, which is 0 points. I added a teaspoon of skinny syrup, like chocolate mocha or something to give it a flavor. If I didn't add that, I would add 1 packet of Sweet and Low. So that's kind of how every day I had my coffee. So I did do that 0 points. I did drink a gallon of water every day and or most every day, and then got my steps in for the day. At the end, I will give my weekly weigh-in and the results of how much I lost or gained on my week. And come on along and join me on my week of 0-point foods. For breakfast on this day, I had 3 scrambled eggs with 2 tablespoons of fat-free mozzarella cheese and a side of blueberries. I made a pot of vegetable soup. You can put any vegetables you want. I used a head of cabbage, a can of tomatoes with the juice, some cannellini beans, a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, and added carrots and celery and onions. Lots of yummy vegetables. 0 points. So for lunch that day, I had a bowl of the vegetable soup along with some fat-free refried beans topped with a 1/4 cup of fat-free Kraft cheddar cheese. For dinner, I had some cod that I made in a pan, sprayed with some cooking spray, and I just added some seasoning to it, and I had a side of carrots. Day 2 breakfast, I had 2 fried eggs topped with some everything but the bagel seasoning and a side of bananas and blueberries. This lunch was similar to yesterday. I had this soup with beans and fat-free cheese, but I added a side of frozen mixed berries. For snack on this day, I made a can of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, and I put them in the air fryer at about 400 degrees and air fried them for about 30 minutes. I'm checking them quite frequently. I sprayed them lightly with some olive oil and then seasoned them with garlic powder and some salt and pepper, and I nibbled on those during the day. For dinner tonight, I had made chicken salsa. I simply put chicken breast with a jar of salsa, and I sprinkle some taco seasoning on the chicken, and then I cook it in the slow cooker or the Instant Pot, and then I shredded it up when it was done, and I served it with a side of cauliflower rice and some peas and carrots. So for snack, I wanted something sweet. I took 3/4 of a corn thin and added a 1.5 teaspoons of sugar-free jelly. For breakfast, I pan-fried some mushrooms and spinach and onions, added 3 eggs, and I made kind of a scramble, and I added 2 tablespoons of fat-free mozzarella cheese. And I had that with a grapefruit with some sweet and low. This is a 0-point lunch. I have some refried beans and some leftover salsa chicken, topped with 1/4 cup of fat-free Kraft cheddar cheese. 0 points, very filling. I also stopped at Sonic and got a 0-point diet cherry limeade with some sugar-free peach added. Sonic beverages, they have a happy hour. They're half price in the afternoon. For dinner, I baked a spaghetti squash, which I shredded up to look like pasta, and I topped it with some homemade 0-point marinara sauce, to which I added some 99% fat-free ground chicken, topped it with fat-free mozzarella cheese, and served it with a salad with 2 tablespoons of Skinny Girl poppy seed dressing. For snack, I sliced up a cucumber and I drizzled it with some of that poppy seed dressing. Here's a yummy little breakfast to start the day: an omelet with scallions and spinach, mozzarella cheese topped with some everything but the bagel seasoning, and a couple of cuties. For lunch, I repurposed the chicken salsa. I added on top of a salad, added a tablespoon or 2 of fat-free cheddar cheese, and added salsa for dressing. This night's dinner, I made some chicken salad. I used some canned chicken breast, and I added 2 teaspoons of fat-free Miracle Whip and some cucumbers, some mustard, and then I served it with a side of cucumbers and celery, and then had a bowl of the vegetable soup. For snack, I had some cut up pineapple. For breakfast, I had 3 fried eggs with a whole grapefruit with some sweet and low on it. For lunch, I had air-fried delicata squash served with sugar-free ketchup, a couple of dill pickles, and then I had a salad with lettuce, apples, and some poppy seed dressing on it, and it was a quite tasty lunch. On this night, I had some air-fried chicken tenderloins. I just seasoned them with some garlic and paprika, salt and pepper, and then I air-fried it and made some corn on the cob on the side and some green beans. So to change it up, I'm making some pancakes. I used a whole banana, 3 egg whites, add a 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and then I will mash that up until it becomes a little soft, and then I'm going to add some maple extract, 1 teaspoon of that, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon, and some monk fruit sweetener. I'm going to add a teaspoon of that, and then I will kind of mix it up. But then I'm going to take an immersion blender, and I'll link that below, but I'm going to make it to smooth mixture, and then I will attempt to fry them. I'm using some coconut oil spray for the pan, and I'm going to make some pancakes, but I'm not showing when I flip them because that was a mess. But these pancakes turned out really good, and I served them with scrambled up the 3 egg yolks that I had and topped the pancakes with some sugar-free maple syrup. So it's Friday, Good Friday during Lent, and I made a salad with some white cannellini beans, some tuna fish. I cut up some red onion, some tomato and celery, and I mixed it together with some salsa that I mixed with some non-fat Greek yogurt. And I added some spices like cumin and some salt and pepper. And that is my lunch for today. 0 points. And it's a Good Friday salad special. Yummy. For dinner tonight, I'm making some shrimp fried rice. I use a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, frozen cauliflower rice, and a bag of frozen shrimp that was already pre-cooked. And then to flavor it up, I add some soy sauce, and then I will add also some eggs that I scrambled on the side, and then I will mix them up, and it's very good. Here's my Friday night dinner. I have some tilapia that I sauteed with some blackened seasoning, some redfish blackened seasoning that they have in Florida, and I made some shrimp fried rice, and all that is 0 points, and it is yummy. Day 7 breakfast, I made 3 fried eggs on top of a tablespoon of fat-free mozzarella and served with a side of grapefruit. This is my last meal for 0 point week. I made some stuffed peppers with the Italian chicken and ground chicken and marinara sauce that I had left, and I put them inside of peppers, and I'm having a acorn squash that I baked with some cinnamon and some sugar-free maple syrup, and this looks pretty good. I also topped the peppers with a tablespoon of fat-free mozzarella. I hope you enjoyed this video seeing how I ate 0 point foods for the week. If I refer to any recipes, I will put them in the description box below, so just check that out. Please comment below if you have any 0 point meals that you like to eat, or if you're going to try anything I made. I enjoy reading everyone's comments. The Weight Watcher WW plan is made to work. It is to build your meals around the 0 point foods. So what I did was just more so for the challenge of it. It's the last week of Lent, and so I thought, well, I said this would be an interesting week of meals that on the 0 point foods. But I would just plan my meals around the 0 point foods, not actually eat all 0 point foods. So on the scale this week, I lost 3.1 pounds. So that was a real good result from the 0 point foods, and that makes a total of exactly 125 pounds down. Yay! So I'm really happy about that, and I am now 56 pounds away from my goal of losing 181 pounds. So I am happy with the results of my 0 point week. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified of every time I upload new videos. Remember, we're here to eat healthy, get fit, and be well. This is Patty, and I'm Winning at Weight Loss. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.